Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Draft Day Sports Basketball. This is episode number 28. And we lost to Arkansas Pine Bluff to round out the season. We were on the road. That's the second time they've beaten us, and that dropped us to 11-5. And there was one thing that I forgot about late in the last episode. We're not guaranteed promotion still, because where we were in the tiebreaker position before, South Carolina Upstate is now placed above us, presumably on net ranking as a tiebreaker. I don't know. You would think that that would be the tiebreaker, as that's how the independents were decided. If that is the case, we're looking at a scenario that still has to play out. Here's how that works. Previous year's editions of DDS college basketball, the way promotion worked out in those is your top three are guaranteed. But the fourth spot, well, technically, and actually really the first spot, is the conference winner. Not regular season, but the tournament. So you win the conference tournament and you have a guaranteed promotion spot. Then, taking that team off the list, the top three finishers in the league make up the second, third, and fourth promotion spot. So if Maryland Eastern Shore wins the league, second, third, fourth, we get promoted. If Arkansas Pine Bluff win the conference tournament, then Maryland Eastern Shore, Bethune Cookman, and South Carolina Upstate get promoted, and not us, unless our net ranking changes enough to get back above South Carolina Upstate, meaning they get knocked off early, we get to the final and lose the final. I could see that happen. Work still to do in this one. 4 teams facing relegation. Fortunately for everyone, there's no tiebreaker where you're going down, because that happened to us, right? We were, that very first season, we were tied, and we went down on the tiebreaker, assuming that that was net ranking. Anyway, Montana State, Hartford, Grand Canyon, and Lafayette are the 4 going down. The bottom 8 are going to play each other in the first round of the conference tournament. Bryant nearly getting a massive upset over Arkansas Pine Bluff. It would have been really, really nice to see that. Really nice. But one upset in this round was Marist over UC San Diego. If you know your seedings, you know what this means. Arkansas Pine Bluff, who nearly were upset, yeah, they're the team. They're the team that we have to face in round number 2 of the tournament, as we are the 4 seed, they are the 5 seed. Archie, Robinson, and the bench all predicted to be the stronger groupings. By the way, I have 0 seniors, so if we don't face a bunch of transfers, we'll actually have a returning set of players. They, meanwhile, 4 seniors in their starting 5, and a junior for that matter, all upperclassmen. Points per game, advantage us. Defense, advantage them, but only by a couple points. Overall net score is favoring us slightly, but they are a better than 50% shooting team. They shoot the ball really well, but similar between the pairing. Same with assists, same with rebounds. Blocks are all similar. One clear advantage we have is +4 in the steals department and a +2 in the turnovers department. Otherwise, we've been neck and neck with these guys all season. At home, they beat us by 1. With that desperate last-second buzzer beater 3-pointer to claim the win after it looked like we had done enough to get the game win. They, meanwhile, beat us pretty handily when they were at home. So on the road, we didn't fare too well. And at home, we've had our only loss of the season to this team. Now, technically, we're the home team for this one, but is it neutral for the conference tournament? I think it is. Be really nice if we're playing at home for this game, though. Technically at home, and get that bonus. In real life, it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. Really hard, unless there's just a huge gulf between the two teams. When teams are close, it is crazy hard to beat them 3 times. But that's real life. And a game could absolutely be done. We've got a lot of work to do, and honestly, I think this is pretty much a must-win for us for 2 reasons. One, Arkansas Pine Bluff is the team that finished outside of the top 4 that has a good chance of winning the conference tournament and bumping us out. And 2, to avoid the bump, we need our net ranking to be higher. Therefore, we need to get deeper into this tournament than getting knocked out in this round. 2 big reasons that we need this game. As we tip off for this one, let's give it reason number 3. At 19-9, we need one more victory to get to 20. And if we lose this game, there's not going to be another tournament. We're not going to have another tournament with a 19-10 season in Conference U. I don't think we would qualify for the 3rd or 4th tier tournaments with that kind of record. Now, getting 20-plus wins, the chances of that increase, as we have started really cold from this game. No made shots in 2.5 minutes played. Defensively, we're doing fine, only having given up 2 field goals, but we do finally score just inside the 3rd minute with Love. His first field goal attempt is good. When we played Arkansas Pine Bluff earlier in the season, he had just 3 points on 1 of 7 shooting. So he's already made as many field goals and nearly matched his point total from that one. Quick transition bucket there leads to a second field goal finally for us. Just 2 minutes later, we're still not scoring well shooting-wise. 2 for 4. Each of us with 4 turnovers already. So it's been heavily a defensive game so far. Wright, who just came off the bench, made that 3-pointer, his first field goal attempt, straight out from the bench. So that's a good play there, and it gives us our first lead of the game. Now for us, realistically, the only way we make the NCAA tournament this year is by winning this conference tournament. I don't think we have a legitimate shot of getting a bid if we finish second. First, we only finished 4th in the league. Our net ranking, there was 5 teams clearly well above everybody else. We have the 4th highest net ranking of those. The tournament features 66 teams. Our net ranking is 130 something. So we're twice removed from where we would need to be to get an at-large bid. It's not going to happen. The at-large bids go to teams inside that top 60, top 50 realistically. And don't go below that, because you're going to have teams like us that are outside of the top 100 and win their conference tournaments and get an automatic bid, get an automatic spot. So based on all of that information, we're not going to make the NCAA tournament unless we win this. Likewise, I don't think that net ranking is really high enough to make any said tournament. Now, overall record on the season, Arkansas Pine Bluff is the only one that had a better overall record when you include the non-conference play. They 21-7, us 19-9. Nobody else had more than 15 wins. But ours didn't just didn't translate to a great conference schedule or conference record, and I think so much of that came down to the injury to Henson, because we would have been 2 games better off. We had 6 seconds. We took the timeout, but it didn't come together. We go to halftime actually with a deficit that didn't exist moments ago. They got a 3-pointer with a few seconds left in the half, and it was close otherwise. But they stretched that lead right there in the last 30 seconds of the half, and that hurt, because now we have work to do in the second half. Jackson, 1 for 6. Geyer, 1 for 5. Love, again, he's doing it again. Love just 3 points, 1 for 5, identical to what he did last time we played Arkansas Pine Bluff. 2 minutes into the second half, and it is still an entirely defensive battle. We had 19 points in 20 minutes. That's rough. I mean, that's less than a point per minute, and we have played nearly 4 minutes here in the second half and have yet to score. We finally score from the foul line. Right now, we are shooting 7 from 32 from the field. We're holding them to 46%, which is a good 5% below their average. But we're shooting exactly 20% right now, 7 for 35. It couldn't get much uglier. The great thing is it could and should get better. And the moment it does, you can see this gap closing really fast. Now, at 24%, we're suddenly down to a 5-point game. So much work to be done in this game. Free throws, 7 for 10. Three-pointers, 3 for 20. That's half of our shots. And we're not scoring well either way. But back-to-back, very quick buckets. Increased that field goal percentage a lot, but also brought us into double digits finally in this game. And we are tied in a minute. In a minute, we went from down by 7 to a tie game. And that's what happens with a very, very low-scoring game if you can get a little bit of momentum, which we have. And we've continued on and we score. They finally break out of their scoreless stretch, but they only did it with 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And we continue to defend well and have a 4-point lead now from a big deficit with 4 minutes to play now. So we're getting down to it. They have 38. We have 40. 4 minutes left in the game. Checking in, Archie has 3 fouls, but otherwise nobody in foul trouble. The team as a whole has 7 fouls. They have 7 fouls. It's now a 1-point game. Missed that field goal. Both teams just missing left and right. We're still only 28% from the field. We've still only made 3 additional field goals from where we were. But meanwhile, their percentage is getting lower and lower. But they did make that one and have taken the lead. We just cannot make a shot for the life of us. Geyer missing that 15-foot jumper. 2 for 10. Love, 3 for 10. Geyer and Love, neither one can make a shot right now. That pass to the seemingly open man on the low block gets picked off with the zone play there, and they're going to find the open guy underneath, but he misses, and Cundiff grabs his 8th rebound of this game. Minute 41 to play, down by 1, wide open on top, but the ball comes in a little late. There's the open 3, and I have no idea what just happened. Turnover? Shot clock? I wasn't looking at the shot clock, but I'm wondering if that's what that was. He was wide open for the three-pointer, and then put back. Good. 2-point game. 50 seconds. No need to intentional foul yet, but if we can't score here, we may need to. Got it. Tied. 45-45. That was William Love. William Love, just his 4th score. Uh-oh, they just scored on that one. Come on, wide open, foul. Okay, free throw line. Tie game. 18 seconds. Slow it down. 47-47. Oh, offensive rebound. 9 seconds. They're going to get a second chance at this. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Passing it across. Not getting an open look. They're going to have to heave this one up. And they miss. We're going to overtime. Straight into overtime. Let's speed it back up a little bit here for the overtime. 47-47. We can't even break 100 points combined in this game after 40 minutes played. We do at least get ahead of where we were. Remember, we had 19 at the half. We got 28 in the second half, which still wasn't much, but it was definitely better. Free throws there, and they go 1 for 2. Fouls look to be have carried over, so they have only committed 9 fouls, so we're not in the double bonus yet, but we will be on the next foul. Lead remains at 1. After Love missing another shot, just 4 of 13 now. He was clutch when he needed to be, but man, oh man, is he just hurting us so badly right now. So is Geyer. I mean, our two guards are having a horrendous day. We get the stop on that one, and we're going to feed the ball inside, but 1-on-5. Cundiff goes in and makes it. He drains that shot. Wow, 1-on-5. You had 5 defenders right here in this area, and Cundiff turns into that defensive 5 and then puts up the short jumper and makes it. That three-pointer is good from Geyer. Geyer just 3 of 11 on the day, but now sitting on 10 points. Guys getting clutch when they need to be, and we now have a 2-point lead, but Lees has tied the game. And then, not gone to the bench. There he is. 8 points for him now, 3 of 6 shooting. Tied at 52. Both teams shooting better here in overtime. Great move to beat the man on the wing. But Geyer misses the point-blank shot twice. Geyer at the rim. Can't convert. He appeared to be wide open on the first one, uncontested. And then missed a second time with the putback. You gotta be kidding me. Turnover? No? Yes, that was a turnover by Burdett. By the way, turnovers. We are +7. Rebounds, -6. You'll take that advantage. Steals, we have 18 of them in this game. Could really use one of those here with under 2 minutes to play. That three-pointer is missed. Robinson's going to come down with the rebound, and we feed the ball down low very early on in this possession. And the movement is good, but the defense, man-to-man, is tight. We get the offensive rebound. Wide open teammate inside, but Kalakatronis puts it back up and drains it. It's 54-52. There is the steal. And the fast break bucket. And just like that, it's a 4-point lead in just a few seconds from a tie. But they convert Click with the field goal in close 2-point game. Under a minute to play. 19 seconds. Let's go ahead and take a timeout here. Reset, 16 seconds. Talk about it, 38 seconds now. 33 seconds. 6 seconds left on the clock. Foul. Ooh, what a gift. Robinson makes both free throws. Huge gift on that one. They're going to feed the ball down low. Ooh, it looked like we came away with it, but we are called with something. Dead ball situation. It wasn't free throws, though. And they are going to convert down low immediately with the intentional foul. And we miss both free throws. Geyer misses both free throws. All he needed was one to seal the game. And we're going to double overtime. All in just a few quick seconds there, even though the speed is slowed down massively. That happened too fast to react. They scored a quick transition bucket after we missed both free throws, and then we couldn't get the timeout in at the other end with a few seconds to try to set ourselves up. We took the half-court shot and missed it, end up in double overtime. So we go from a 4-point lead and a chance to seal the game with a 2-point lead and failed massively in both. Ouch on that part. Archie making 2 free throws this time, though, after missing the last one. Now at double digits for him, and that gave us a slender lead, but they have equaled that with 4 minutes to go here in double overtime. Both teams with the bonus. The added timeouts is good for us. We might need to use those a little bit more, but right now we do have some momentum in our favor. Let's see if we can turn that into something. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. We're finally able to get the ball down low, and it's a turnover. Oh, our shot was blocked. I'm not sure how that's their ball. Robinson had his shot blocked. Yeah, no idea where that ends up their ball, but must have touched us on the way out of bounds. 3 minutes to play. 11 seconds left on the shot clock after that dead ball situation. Missed the three, but the offensive rebound there for Cundiff. Gosh, he's got to be closing in on 10. Yes, he's got 9 rebounds. Jackson has 8 rebounds. And Love, rare bucket for him today. Finally, he gets to double digits. He has 11 points. Archie has 10. 5 of 14 for Love. Really need him to start making some shots here. Love turns that ball over. Missed the three. At least we come down with the rebound. Get down to the other end. 2 minutes to go. I was going to use a timeout, but too late. We took a quick early shot in that one. Minute 43 to go. We will use a timeout on this next possession, whether they score or not. What a huge game. Both teams really, really stepping up to it. We've been the stronger ones pulling away with it. Okay, there we go. Robinson, who was blocked previously, got the block on that one, and we ended up with the ball coming out of that. So that's the second time that's happened, and both times it's been the offensive team that lost the ball after getting blocked. Now 1 minute to play. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. 5 seconds. Turnover. Ouch. No, that was a missed shot by Jackson. Oh, it was blocked. Okay. Our shot was blocked. They get down low. They tie it. 44 seconds. Full timeout. 40 seconds. Kalakatronis makes it from the free throw line. Mid-range jumper. Huge for him. 6 points. 2 for 3. 30 seconds left. They're going to get down low. Are we even going to move? Defense is not moving at all. Oof. It must have been moving. Just graphics not updating. 64-62, but they make that one. 20 seconds left. Timeout. 13 seconds. Take that last shot. Hold for the last shot. 10 seconds. Turnover. 3 seconds to win it. Miss. Triple overtime. Triple overtime, folks. Speed it up here. It's going to take all day to get through this one game. Jeez. 3-pointer there by Earl Jackson. He's now got 9 points. That's our backup power forward. 9 points who just drained that 3. Stretching the court for us. 4 minutes to play here. Wide open inside, but apparently not, as he kicked it back out. We get the steal, we get the transition, but it's a foul, and we convert both free throws, and now lead by 5. 4 minutes to play. Plenty of time left, though. Foul trouble could be a thing. Robinson has 4 now. They've got a bunch of players with 2 or 3, but we've got a couple guys with 3 as well. So Robinson is the one in trouble right now. And is Jackson in because somebody fouled out? Like Stetson? I have not seen Stetson in a long time. Make that field goal. Can we convert our own? It is. Love shooting much better here during overtime. Now 6 for 15. I think he's made 3 in overtime or 2 field goals in overtime out of about 3 or 4 attempts. 72-66 after Archie made 2 free throws. But they go down and get the much-needed field goal to keep themselves in touching distance. Now 2 minutes to play. 4-point game. That 3 is good by Ken K. Geyer. Geyer with 13 now, just his 4th field goal of the game. We are trying to put this thing away, but again, they answer. The lead, though, stretched by another point. Our 3 versus their 2 adds 1, and so it's a 5-point game. We miss that one, and they go down to the other end and get free throws to cut it to 3 with 1 minute to play. We have just 2 timeouts left here in this triple overtime. 16 seconds left on the clock. We're going to slow this back down. 45 seconds now. 10 seconds on the clock. Big 3-pointer, Earl Jackson. Oh, okay. Archie with the assist on that one. And we have got a chance. We've got a chance. 30 seconds. Oh, the foul. I didn't want to use a timeout for that. Did they use it? Of course they did. Took the timeout during the timeout, but timeout during the free throws. 8-point lead after making both of those. 20 seconds to go. Looks like this one might be enough. I think we are finally going to overcome Arkansas Pine Bluff. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. They're taking too long to get the shot off. The defense has been stout. They don't even get the shot off. Don't even get the shot off. That's game. That's game. In fact, the shot was blocked by Brad Archie. We've done it, folks. We came away with an epic triple overtime victory to eliminate the team that needed eliminating the most. It doesn't matter if the top three win the conference tournament. It matters if Arkansas Pine Bluff win the tournament, as they were the most likely to win it outside of a top four opponent. Stetson did have 5 fouls. That's why he was not playing at the end of that game, but he was 1 for 6. And Jackson, though just 5 for 15, was clutch when we needed him to. 2 for 5 from 3, and he made some big-time buckets there during the overtime. Dang, look at that. More points scored in the triple overtime, which is 15 minutes, right? 3 overtime sets, 5 minutes apiece, than any half. Well, Arkansas Pine Bluff had 1 point more in the first half, but we, anyway, scored more in those 15 minutes than we did at any other stretch of the game, including just about doubling our first half score. And that was a 20-minute period versus 15. Got it done when we needed to, but what a scary game. Intense game, exciting game, but a victory that we very much needed. And here's the good news, folks. Longwood and Marist were both eliminated as well, and St. Thomas. So the top 4 seeds have each won their quarterfinal matchups, which means the semifinals is going to contain the top 4 teams in the league. The other 3 teams, doesn't matter if they win because they are already placed in the top 3 in the standings, meaning we are the 4 teams that will see promotion this season. We are now secure. We are guaranteed promotion, so that win against Arkansas Pine Bluff was huge, 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 huge for so many reasons. But we have moved on to the semifinals. I'm not as worried about how these next 2 games go. Let's go ahead and just push right on through those. We have beaten Maryland Eastern Shore to make the conference final game, where we will play against South Carolina Upstate. And it's a game that we are heavily favored in. Geyer, Archie, Stetson, Robinson, and the bench all with the advantage. William Love, who has been our leading scorer all season, apparently the only one who is on an equal footing with Mel Green. Mel Green, a true freshman, has had himself a season and looks to be a pretty big talent, but he's only about 4th on the scoring, or tied for 3rd, I guess, on the scoring for the team. Points per game, similar. Their defense is definitely not quite as good as ours. Both teams shooting similarly. We have a +3 in rebounds. That's something we don't see very often. +1 in blocks, +2 in steals, but that's also the highest we've seen. So they are a team that forces a lot of steals, and only 1.5 on the turnovers to us as an advantage. Means that this is actually looking like a fairly decent team. They played Gonzaga in Spokane and lost by 13, so they're a pretty decent opponent. Not going to be easy. 19-11 now. You can see they're right on our heels, and we had identical 11-5 conference records. But with all of our time used up for this one, this conference final is gonna just have to happen. We're gonna let it be. The game that mattered is the one that we won. This one, it'd be nice to win another conference title, but not as important as the game that ensured promotion. So let's go ahead and quick sim this and get our results for the sake of the time on the episode. We don't want to wait another episode to do that, right? This would get us into the NCAA tournament, though. And it will. 71-69. We have won Conference U after finishing in 4th place. And that will ensure that we play in the March Madness tournament, which we'll have to find out next time how and what that's going to be. where we're seated, I would imagine our seeding is going to be fairly low this year. We are definitely not the same team we were a year ago. We're about 4 or 5 games win-loss record below where we were. We were only 11-5 in conference. We were not dominant. We were not the number 1 seed that then went on and won the conference tournament. We're the 4 seed. We forced our way. We punched our ticket to the tournament, but I have a feeling that unlike last year where we got an 11 seed, I do think it's going to be 15 or 16 most likely, and a very early exit. But still, nice result, and back-to-back conference victories. So that is our second conference title, and we have guaranteed that we go up even if we do get knocked off early from the tournament. No matter, it's been a really good year. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.